Welcome to Free Beer Friday. This week we got a great episode for you. We got an awesome kit that we're giving away, as well as Vito and I are going to talk about the Homebrew Conference, both what to expect and some fun memories we've had in the past. But before we get started,
we've also got our sale still running, the Dads of Grad sale. It's good till Sunday, June 19th, so go check that out. There's KOMOS Kegerators, Brewzillas, Firmzillas on sale right now.
So this week's kit of the week is Ghost Town's Nose Goblin, which is a West Coast double IPA. Some people even say Imperial IPA. Vito, you got to go interview these guys. Tell us about this beer.
Yeah, so we got to go to Ghost Town on an episode of the Mashup. Be sure to check that out. Ghost Town is one of my local favorite West Coast IPA breweries. They're doing some awesome things. This beer in particular is amazing, and it won a gold medal at GABF, so check out the clip.
Let's talk about Nose Goblin. That's the beer we're here to talk about, an Imperial IPA.
Well, I mean, back when we were homebrewers, and early on when we were just started our brewery, we were always really big into double IPAs, like, obviously like Pliny, those beers were just like some of our favorite beers, so we wanted to make a double. And our first version is far different than it is today, obviously, but the name Nose Goblin is a reference to Ren and Stimpy. More or less, it just means boogers, any way you shake it. So that's the name of it.
You guys won a GABF medal, and not just a medal, but a gold medal for this beer. What was it like, winning a GABF medal?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was
super cool.
How many years? 12 years in, I guess, at that point, trying to get some cool stuff like that. And we didn't even think it was going to happen, because it was getting down to that was the last category we had a beer in. And then when our name got announced, I mean, you get goosebumps, you're just jumping for joy. And it's what we put our hearts and souls into, There's 60-hour work weeks back in the day, and getting covered in caustic and hot water and getting burned and things like that. And to finally see some of your hard work just kind of get recognized on a national scale is pretty fucking badass.
So to win this week's Kit of the Week, go to morebeer.com/freebeerfriday and enter the weekly giveaway. So at the end of this month is an awesome gathering of homebrewers called HomebrewCon. And it didn't used to always be called HomebrewCon. In fact, it was the National Homebrewers Conference. And at the National Homebrewers Conference was National Homebrewers Competition.
Yeah, I still call it NHC.
Yeah, NHC and all of this, but we just call it HomebrewCon now, and it's a really cool event. If you're ever considering going, you should look at future years. I think this year might be sold out, maybe not, who knows. Go to the website, homebrewcon.com, I think, or Google it. I'm really rambling now.
That's awesome.
So yeah, this year it's in Pittsburgh. Every year it kind of bounces from east to west coast, Midwest. So if it's not on your coast, there's an opportunity for you to get it next year possibly.
So this thing is kind of 2 to 3 parts mixed together. And you have one, it's just an awesome social event. Tons of homebrewers, people like us and yourself getting together and talk about pure, beautiful, geeky nerddom. This is the place to go for it. I love it. It gets me energized every time we go. But you have talks, and then there's an exhibit hall, which is really cool. That's where you'll find us and other shops and manufacturers. So you get to kind of preview things that maybe you don't get to touch and handle in person. So it's kind of cool from that perspective. Then there's a few events part of it, and we happen to be the host of one of the bigger events, which I've always loved, called Club Night. Yeah. And it's really a celebration of clubs, trying to get all the local clubs to participate. They usually do themes, and that makes it really fun. They'll build huge, elaborate, awesome things. We actually brought our tiki hut for dozes years ago as part of the Club Night. And then everyone serves their beer. And we're kind of in the middle, but for the most part, it's all about the clubs and trying different people's beers, showing off your beers as a group, and just really cool event in general.
Yeah, beer fest for homebrewers. You get to go around and try just amazing homebrew from all of the amazing homebrew clubs in the nation.
And then the last part is it's a competition, and we kind of touched on it a few weeks ago that Justin and I brewed for it, but it's the biggest, I believe, still the biggest homebrew competition in the world. So it's got some great beers associated with it. It's really fun. They do winners announced and they get to go on stage and shake people's hands, and then the club of the year gets to go up there, and that's really fun. So lots of good stuff going on.
Yeah, so this year I'll be judging at HomebrewCon, so I'm really looking forward to that. I've been beer judging for a long time now, and it's just really an honor to judge nationals. So I'm looking forward to doing that, and that's 2 full days of judging. So a lot of judging is going to take place there.
Be sure to get our category and make sure we go well.
I think I put down that I can't do that category, but I appreciate that.
So as it happens, Homebrew Club Night is on a Friday. And I'm thinking maybe we should do our first live show right there at Club Night. It'd mean the show goes live a little bit later than normal, but I think it'd be pretty fun, and we'll continue doing giveaways and everything. Tell us what you think. Put them down in the comments and say you think it's a great idea. And if so, what kind of things do you think we should do? I went to my first NHC back at Dallas, and I think it was 2001. I'd have to look that up. But we had called and said, like, can we be a sponsor? And they were like, sure, we'd love to have a sponsor. So we were in between the hospitality suite and a bathroom in the hallway. And that was kind of our first exhibit hall. And then they did club night, and that we got to be in there like as if we were a club, and we had beer, and it was awesome. That was like the killer. That's where Tasty, Charlie Papazian tasted Tasty's beer and came back for more after tasting other people's. And I think for Mike, that cemented like, my God, I do make good beer. And that was 2001, so before he was Tasty. And so anyway, we've done the Homebrew Club Night every year since, and it's just an awesome party and event, and you'll learn a ton, whether you go to all the seminars or not. There's just so much synergy and fun stuff to do.
Yeah, try and hit all the seminars. There's some great education, but then things that might hinder you going to those, because they're in the morning, is the nights. They're always in a great beer city, and there's always tons of awesome breweries, and you're hanging out with like-minded individuals, and you're hitting all these breweries. It's just really fun. So my word of advice, pace yourself. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Lots of water.
Have you been to HomebrewCon? Tell us in the comments about your favorite experience.
Don't forget about the monthly giveaway. It is the KOMOS Rubicon Jockey Box. It's awesome. You can watch last week's video on the full details, but be sure to go to morebeer.com/freebeerfriday and enter the monthly giveaway. Thanks for watching. See you next Friday. Cheers.